Hello all and welcome back to my channel, Drunk Crafts with Paige. I am Paige and this week I am drinking another new cider. This is a Blake's hard cider, which is once again from Michigan, but this one is strawberry lemonade flavored, and I should have known from the Chaos ciders, when I wasn't a huge fan of that lemon, that this was gonna have similar hints of it, but the strawberry kind of cancels it out and I'm really enjoying it so far. A little bit ago on Artsy Madwoman's channel, which if you are not subscribed to her yet and you're a big crafter person, I highly recommend her. She has some gorgeous pieces involving resin and pressed flowers, and that's exactly what she did with this table that she bought. She put some pressed flowers in there and some resin on top, and it turned out beautiful. And I checked out the table on Amazon. I'll put a picture right here. And it looks so simple, it really wasn't terribly expensive, and it's available in loads of colors. So I figured we could very easily decorate one of these ourselves. So we're working on this table this week, probably gonna do a combination of things, some painting, some resin, maybe some gold foils? I have no idea, but either way, we're gonna have fun with this table, and if you're interested in seeing how it turns out, please continue watching. Super cool thing about this table, one of the many reasons I got it, is the lid removes, or I guess the tabletop removes. So it makes it very easy for us to decorate. There is a small hole. I don't know what the purpose is, but I have it taped up just in case we go a little high. I don't think we will. And also because this is a metal table, we are going to clean it off real quick with some isopropyl alcohol. Just get rid of any grease, finger smudges, oil from me literally just picking it up. Now, painting wise, I'd kind of like to keep it pretty simple. The table itself, you can see, is this gorgeous deep red, almost kind of a brownish red. I don't think I want to make the painting portion too crazy. Obviously, I could pick bright, beautiful, gorgeous colors and it would look bomb on this table, but I have a plan for the resin layer that's going to go on top. So my goal is actually to kind of make it simple. We're going to do a big flip cup right in the middle with a majority of the colors being white. I also have, let's see, here's my white. I also have gold. That's gonna come in later. And then I tried to mix up this deep, deep red to kind of match this. So I'd like for this simple design to kind of look a little bit marbled. We might use my breath, fan it out just a little bit, but nothing too crazy complicated on this one. So I'm gonna use this big cup. I have already added silicone to all three of my cups. The gold and this red are actually the Sargent Art liquid metals acrylic paint that I haven't used for a while, but they come out gorgeous. They are so metallic, but they did require a bit more pouring medium and some additional water to go in there to get it a good consistency. But here's my big cup. I'm gonna pour a majority of the white, and I'm gonna go kind of heavy as far as the pouring with the gold and the red. I'm gonna just kind of let it drop because, like I said, I want it to be sort of marbly, kind of mixed. So we're gonna drop it low. Kind of spin it around. More white. There's the rest of the gold. The rest of our red. And then the rest, not a lot, but there's the rest of our white. And I am going to very carefully, this is probably the biggest flip cup I've ever attempted, but let's see. If I put it down first, and then lift the whole thing, ready, set, flip. Hoo, hoo, hoo. There we go. And I'm just gonna let it sit just for a little bit. Okay, I am going to lift it, pull and twist. Ready. Ooh. I think I'm gonna hit it first with the heat gun, and then we'll scooch some stuff around. Pop some of the air bubbles. Here we go. Wow, wow, wow. All right, I'll hit it again with the heat gun. This is not a very thick layer of paint. I could tell when I scooched it around, it ended up not being super thick. So I didn't want to use the heat gun too much on it and make it burn. Let's see, did I get all the edges? Maybe I can try some blowing around like near the middle. Well, I think that's it for me as far as the painting portion goes. Once this is fully dry, then we're gonna come at it with a resin top coat. Our paint layer is dry, so now it is time for the resin. I have mixed up some resin with the gold flakes in there. I thought it would look really nice with the gold paint that we put in here. And I also have this gorgeous round foil that I think I would like to put right in the center, maybe? Yeah. So the gold foil is, or the gold, yeah, foil pieces are gonna go around the outside, while this gold foil, there's a lot of gold foiling, is just gonna go in the center. So I've never tried to do something like this, and I do have more foils, so stay tuned to the channel because we'll probably do another piece talking about just working with some of these gorgeous foils that I got. So gold around the outside, I'm gonna put some plain resin in the inside to try to get it to push out. Stick around the border, we'll probably feather it out, all sorts of fun stuff. I think I needed a lot more resin. I thought I mixed up quite a bit, but try to spread it around the border. Now this is just plain clear. We're gonna put in the middle. gonna kind of like extend some of the gold pieces so it's sort of like fading or blending. And I want to make sure, since I didn't mix up so much, let's get into all the edges. Okay, and now I'm gonna put this foil in there very carefully. Carefully, Paige, Jesus. Press down on it to make sure there's no air bubbles underneath, although we won't really see the underneath, but I want to make sure there's no air bubbles up in there. I see some. Well, I think that's it for now. I will definitely be putting another coat on because one, some of these chunky areas of the foil are a bit more elevated than I anticipated. And two, I didn't mix up nearly enough resin. This is a very, very thin coat, which is why I ended up moving stuff around a lot with my fingers because it's not like flowing as well as I would have hoped. I underestimated how large this circle table is. So I'm gonna hit it with my heat gun. I'm also gonna make sure that I don't have any open spots because this is such a thin layer. And then we're gonna come back once this is all cured, and we're gonna do a second layer of just purely clear coat to even out everything, ensure that everything is actually covered, and hopefully it will even out some of the texture from adding the gold foil bits around the outside. Several coats of resin later and our tabletop is finished. I actually had to do 2 coats of clear resin on top of the layer we did with the gold flecks and with the giant foil in the center. Some of the globs of gold were a bit big and they stuck up really high, and I ended up having to do 2 layers just to make it nice and flat. But the resin is cured, our tabletop is done, and it's so gorgeous. I honestly don't even really want to use it because it's just so pretty. Okay, here it is. If you guys can see the whole thing, woo! You can see the resin shine, but there's all those pieces of gold around the edge, and then that gorgeous foil in the center. And then we also have the gold paint within our piece, and it all ties it together. This is one of my favorite things I've ever done. If I could just create tabletops like this over and over and over again, different pieces that people can use as functional art. I love functional art. This is so cool. And even though it is terribly cold outside right now in Michigan, here are some up close shots of this table outside in the natural light. Thank you guys so much for watching my video this week. I hope you enjoyed the craft, and if you did, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. All of my links for social media are also listed in the description box. I'll see you guys all for the next one. Cheers!